We have all the updates on a new royal wedding. Didn't even know there was a new one, but you're going to find out about it. Plus, Hurricane Michael hits Florida. We'll tell you about the devastation and what are companies doing breast cancer awareness.
Landon Wexler, he's here in studio and he's going to tell us everything that we may have missed from the American Music Awards.
Well, the Mandarins are also here, and we're going to talk to them about their last performance, and they're going to give us a Juice and Java live exclusive performance as well.
You don't want to miss it. Juice and Java starts right now.
Good morning, and thanks for starting your morning with us. I'm Noah Eagle.
And I'm Rebekah Castor. Let's start with a look at your morning brew, the week's top headlines you need to know.
Hurricane Michael relief efforts are underway after the hurricane touched down in Florida on Wednesday afternoon, leaving at least 17 dead and more than 1 million people without power.
We're largely focused still on search and rescue in some of these areas. We hope to have 100% of the initial search and rescue operation done in Florida, today as well as Georgia.
It was a turbulent week for the stock market. The Dow fell over 1,300 points on Wednesday and Thursday, but closed on a high note on Friday, up 300 points from the start of the day.
In Schoharie, New York, 20 people died in a limo crash last weekend. Vigils have been held throughout the week as investigations continue into what went wrong.
But best believe, we are going to make America great.
Meanwhile, Kanye West sat down with the president this week, discussing everything from race in America to Jim Brown's time at Syracuse.
The president also sat down with Nikki Haley on Tuesday as she announced her resignation from her position as the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations.
I think you have to be selfless enough to know when you step aside and allow someone else to do the job.
A Washington Post columnist is missing in the Middle East. Jamal Khashoggi was last seen entering the Saudi consulate and never left.
On campus, changes are coming to the Shine Student Center. This week, the university unveiled the first plans for the redesign.
This has been your Morning Brew.
Now let's delve deeper into this week's stories with a squeeze. Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi is missing and feared dead after he was seen entering the Saudi Arabian consulate in Istanbul, Turkey. The Turkish government says Khashoggi was murdered by Saudi operatives offering video of said men entering the country. Reports from the pro-government newspaper also suggest the journalist may have recorded his own death on his Apple Watch. Saudi Arabia has denied all of these allegations, insisting Khashoggi left the consulate safe and sound despite his fiancée reporting him missing. President Trump echoed the confusion of the reports on the matter, saying he would be calling the Saudi king about it shortly.
Nobody knows quite yet. Nobody's been able to put it all together. People are starting to form ideas, and as they're formed, we'll let you know. But it certainly is a terrible thing.
And as Hurricane Michael makes its way out of the United States, people are starting the long road to recovery. The death toll now stands at least 17 after one of the most powerful hurricanes in the region's history tore through the Florida Panhandle, leaving a path of destruction in Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia. Whole blocks of the town of Mexico Beach, Florida were completely erased and entire areas blown off the map. Moving inland, flooding and fallen trees proved the most difficult effects of the storm to handle. Over 1 million people are still without power in the affected states, and authorities say storm damage could cost upward of $5 billion to repair.
Now, Rebekah, I know you're from Florida. You have a lot of family and friends. First of all, are they all safe? And second of all, what can you update me about?
Yes, so I have a lot of family and friends in Tallahassee, Florida, which really got hit tough by the storm. A lot of my friends that go to Florida State University actually went home, like where I'm more from Central Florida, South Florida, so they actually went more south to avoid the storm, and I don't even think that they've returned to Florida State University yet.
Yeah, it's tough, and you hope that everyone is okay. Thoughts and prayers to anyone out there. So seriously, our thoughts are with them. You know, and I think that when something like this happens, we already saw Hurricane Florence, now Hurricane Michael. You see the country rally together. You see people rally together to make sure that everyone is safe and sound.
Yeah, I completely agree. And there's a lot of trees down, but there's going to be construction companies out there tomorrow making sure everything's okay.
Absolutely.
And in other news, Taylor Swift broke her silence on politics this week to speak out against Tennessee Tea Party Congresswoman and Senate candidate Marsha Blackburn. Swift urged her 112 million followers to vote for Democratic opponent Phil Bredston. Although Blackburn still appears ahead in the polls, Swift's pleas did not go unnoticed. Young voter registration surged, noting up to 60,000 new entries.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. Seriously, I'm gonna let you finish. Kanye West was at the White House for a meeting with this is important. I'm gonna let you finish. With President Trump in the Oval Office, he was there for an official lunch with the president, Ivanka, and Jared Kushner, Kid Rock, and Syracuse's own Jim Brown. However, at the beginning of the meeting, Kanye spent 10 minutes speaking about everything from his family situation to his mistaken diagnosis of bipolar disorder. Mostly, he voiced his support for Trump, saying he wouldn't consider running for president himself until 2024.
All right, nice little bit there, Noah. I'm sure that Kanye West would be very interesting in press conferences if he actually became president of the United States.
I don't know what would be better, Kanye as president or Kim Kardashian as the first lady. Yeah,
that would just be mind-blowing.
Having to go to these other countries sucks. It just sucks. That's really all.
Her being an ambassador to oh my goodness, talking with foreign leaders.
Yeah.
Oh, I really hope that hasn't happened.
I mean, it sounds like the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians is just writing itself. I mean, as it always does anyway. But
that would be great for television.
It really would. But then my question becomes, if he's president, does he still make music? You know what I mean?
He could have some kind of like presidential album. Like he could record a mixtape in the Oval Office.
I'm down for that.
I think I would listen to that. And now moving on to news from Great Britain. Are you trying to marry a member of the royal family? Your chances may be slipping away. Princess Eugenie, granddaughter of the Queen of England, married longtime partner Jack Brooksbanks yesterday. The couple walked down the aisle at Windsor Castle, surrounded by friends and family. Prince George and Princess Charlotte served as page boy and flower girl, along with other royal children, and Princess Beatrice, Eugenie's sister, read a passage from The Great Gatsby. The star-studded event drew large crowds, but it wasn't without controversy. The wedding is reported to have dedicated £2.5 million to security alone.
And rightfully so, because if you have a royal wedding and it has been overshadowed by a royal wedding just a few months before, you deserve anything that you can get.
Yeah, this is a pretty hard move by Princess Eugenie. People are speculating
Not a hard move, it's a great move.
She made her wedding significantly larger. You know, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had about 600 guests. Princess Eugenie had over 800 guests.
Rightfully so. She got no media coverage. If you had a wedding and you're part of the royal family and you get no media coverage, you get nothing, you deserve to do whatever you want.
I
don't
understand,
care.
Like the cousin rivalry.
You do you, Eugenie. You do you.
I understand why she wanted to go above and beyond, but what I feel bad about is because they had so much security, that becomes out of British taxpayers' pockets.
Deserved. Very much deserved. Love the move by Eugenie.
I'm just
the
glad I'm not
nation's
paying taxes.
worst transportation disaster in nearly a decade is still rocking upstate New York after killing 20 people last Saturday. A limo traveling at high speed barreled through a stop sign and crashed into a parked SUV, killing all 17 passengers, the driver, and 2 pedestrians. New information was released on Monday from Governor Andrew Cuomo that the driver had the wrong license to operate a limo and the vehicle had failed an inspection for a month earlier. A cease and desist order will stop the company, Prestige Limousine, from operating until a thorough investigation has been completed.
Yes, and Noah, on Wednesday, actually, the operator of the company was arrested, and he could face up to 2 years in prison for this crash.
Deservedly so. This is a terrible story. This should not have even happened. The driver shouldn't have been on the road, didn't have the license, didn't pass the inspection. How do we let that go through the cracks? You know what I mean?
And the National Safety Board, Transformation Board, you know, they're investigating this right now, but we may not know the results of their investigation for weeks, if not months.
Crazy.
And now October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and what better way to bring awareness than going all out in pink? And that's exactly what one local salon is doing.
That's right. Our morning correspondent Lilia Wood visited Salon Bellezza to find out how they're thinking pink all month.
That's right, guys. When Annette Knapp opened her salon 8 years ago, she knew her role in the community was more than just cutting hair. She started to use her platform to raise awareness for a cause that affected her family personally.
My mother passed from the disease in 1991, so it's been a long time. I've always had a passion to do what I could. And my sister, 5 years ago, she's a 5-year survivor,
Nat starts preparing for Breast Cancer Awareness Month back in May by creating fabric pumpkins that decorate the salon. These pumpkins can be purchased with a $10 donation and they last forever. People come in every year to get a new one to add to their collection or to gift a pumpkin to a survivor.
Made 200 of them so far, and I've added more to the list because they've just been going so fast.
All throughout October, the salon also offers pink hair extensions for a $10 donation. These extensions are very popular for all ages, so the stylists travel to local fundraisers, dance studios, and sorority houses to attach the pink hair.
Well, I have a plaque over there with every year what I've done. I try to do, every year my goal is $10,000 for the month.
Nab has not reached that goal yet, but one year she made it to $9,700. This year, she expects to hit at least $8,000. All the money goes to local organizations for patients and families that need lodging, transportation to treatments, and for research.
People that wear the pink strand, they get asked, what is it for? And one woman said, oh, that reminds me, I gotta go get my mammogram. That's what it's for. To get people to get them, because early detection is key.
Altogether, the salon has raised over $37,000 to support the fighters, their families, and to bring awareness to breast cancer. Salon Bellezza will continue to attach the pink hair extensions and have pink pumpkins for purchase throughout the rest of the month.
All right, thanks, Lilia. And coming up after the break, Landon Wexler is in studio to recap the American Music Awards.
Keep it here.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. And now if you're like me and couldn't catch the American Music Awards on Tuesday, you're in luck.
Oh, come on, you didn't watch?
I did not.
All right, well, Juice and Java correspondent Landon Wexler is here to recap all the night's biggest moments. Landon, take it away.
Thanks, guys. The AMAs were this past Tuesday night, and per usual, they were a night to remember. Taylor Swift stole the night, winning 4 awards, including Tour of the Year and Artist of the Year. Her 4 awards of the evening put her at a career total of 23 awards, making her the most decorated AMA female artist of all time, succeeding the late Whitney Houston, who earned 21. While picking up her first award of the night, things got political as Swift encouraged the audience to get out and vote.
Midterm elections on November 6th. Get out and vote. I love you guys.
If you were worried Cardi B wasn't going to make it to the award show after getting arrested earlier this month, you'd be relieved to hear she made it and still won big. Cardi took home the awards for Favorite Rap/Hip-Hop Artist and Favorite Song in the same category. In an awe-inspiring performance, Gladys Knight took the stage to pay tribute to her late dear friend Aretha Franklin, who died in August. 74-year-old Knight performed her rendition of Amazing Grace in Franklin's honor. Late rapper XXX Tentacion, work title 17, won Favorite Soul/R&B Album. X's mother, Cleopatra Bernard, accepted the award on his behalf. It was definitely an emotional moment. Take a look.
I am honored to accept this award on behalf of my son. I would like to thank the AMAs, his fans, and to everyone who made this possible. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
We heard Drake's name mentioned 8 times throughout the night for nominations, but just hold on, because Drake is going home with 0 wins. This is the first time Drake has left the AMAs winless since 2015. Other big moments were when rapper Post Malone performed debuting his new haircut, and when Mariah Carey took the award show stage for the first time since 2008. The 2018 AMAs were certainly for the books. Thanks, guys, and back to you.
Thanks so much, Landon. And coming up, we'll actually have some campus performances. The Mandarins are in studio to break down their latest performance and give us a musical preview of what we may have missed. Stay with us.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average 4-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Heard some music coming from the Shine Student Center.
That's right, the EmpowHER event took place on Thursday. Here, different organizations performed in celebration of female empowerment and women.
We actually have one of the performers in studio today. Members from the a cappella group, the Mandarins, are here to talk about the success of the event and what we can expect from them in the future. Thanks so much for coming this morning, girls. I know we have Hannah, the president, and we have the musical director as well. So you guys just had your performance this week in Shine Student Center. How did the event go?
I personally thought it went probably the smoothest it's ever gone. We had record time with the music, and just it was so smooth, nothing went wrong. I just feel like everyone was super prepared, and it was awesome.
When you're thinking about songs that you want to perform, do you seek out women songwriters in songs in general? Do you seek out those women to try to incorporate into your performances?
Yeah, we really try to find a selection of songs that not only are written by women, but that have themes of empowerment and women coming together, building each other up, so that when we're performing it on stage as a group, those messages can get across to the audience as well.
So the event was called EmpowHER. As an all-female group, what does that signify for you?
Yeah, for me, coming together both female groups on campus, I think that's the biggest show of women working together, supporting one another. We're putting on this concert together and showing that to people and then encouraging them to do the same thing, not just women, but everyone. I think it's a crucial theme that everybody can take something away from.
Do you guys have any performances coming up? And if so, what can we expect to hear from you guys?
Yeah, so our fall invitational for the Mandarins is coming up in November, on November 10th in Hendricks Chapel. And we have some more songs written by women, female empowerment themes go kind of through all of our concerts, but we'll have a broader selection of music as well.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I think we're going to hear a performance from you guys coming up.
That's right, on the other side of the break, the Mandarins perform live in studio for us.
You don't want to miss it. Juice and Java will be right back.
back to Juice and Java. We just spoke with members from the a cappella group, the Mandarins, about their recent performance.
And if you weren't there on Thursday, no worries. Their entire group is here in studio to perform one of their songs. Ladies, take it away.
I love myself when I see it, when I turn around in the mirror. And if you don't like it, you can leave it, 'cause it's my own and I'll keep owning it. If you don't like what I'm wearing, no, you only bother 'cause you're staring, and you'll never talk me into caring, 'cause it's my own and I'll keep owning it. I'ma do just what I want on the regular, and it's really not my fault if you're scared of a sweet little unforgettable thing. Unforgettable, sweet little unforgettable thing. So incredible, know that I'm not sorry. I'm just loving my body. I don't care if you're scared of a sweet little unforgettable thing. I love my ass and I shake it. You can thank my mama 'cause she made it, and you'll never talk me to change it. Just mind your own and I'll keep owning it. We gotta learn to stick together. Love your color, gender, or whatever, 'cause your happiness don't need a censor. Just mind your own and we'll keep owning it. I'ma do just what I want on the regular, and it's really not my fault if you're scared of a sweet little unforgettable thing. Unforgettable, sweet little unforgettable thing. So incredible, know that I'm not sorry. I'm just loving my body. I don't care if you're scared of a sweet little shame, shame, shame on me. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on me, baby. I ain't gonna change. Shame, shame, shame on me. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on me, baby. No, no, no. Sweet little unforgettable thing. So incredible, know that I'm not sorry. I'm just loving my body. I don't care if you're scared of a sweet little unforgettable thing on me. Sweet little unforgettable thing. Shame on me. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on me, baby. Sweet little unforgettable thing.
The Mandarins killing it as always. Thanks so much, ladies. And coming up, the most ridiculous things we've seen all week.
Stay with us.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's been a busy week in the U.S. and all over the world. With the way that news breaks so constantly, it's just hard to keep up with everything that's going on.
Yeah, I definitely feel the exact same way sometimes. So that's why we brought on one of Juice and Java's finest to look over all of the stories that we've missed this week. Connor Federico, welcome. What do you have for us?
Well, guys, I have to show you this. First, from a Sotheby's auction house in London, a woman bought a painting for $1.4 million. The painting literally shreds itself as soon as the buyer won it at auction. Banksy is a well-known street artist in England. He's never revealed his full identity, but he's known for making statements, and he certainly did here. The work was called Girl with Balloon, but its name is now changed to Love is in the Bin. Quite the statement, and the original buyer thought so too. She decided to go through with the purchase and says she now feels like she's a player in art history. I think this is incredible.
Fantastic stuff. I'm all in on Banksy. I'm a big Banksy fan. I don't know about you, Rebekah.
Yeah, I mean, I know that he came out and said that the urge to destroy is more, sometimes even more than the urge to create.
That's a
so
Pablo
I think
Picasso
that definitely
quote.
shows. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, he attributed it to him. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was incredibly interesting. I mean, look at the thing go.
Well, it's actually funny because now it's higher. The value is higher because of it, right?
Well, she bought it for the same price that she wanted at auction, about $1.5 million, just a bit less. But I think she's getting a steal here for $1.5 million.
Absolutely.
I would have bought that for $2 million. You guys have $2 million?
No, I do
Not
but
to
maybe one
spend
day.
on shredded art.
All right, well, speaking of banking on an octopus, that's what an Orlando aquarium did after letting their octopus select lottery numbers a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, the 8-armed creature couldn't hit on the 6 winning numbers to claim the Mega Millions jackpot of nearly $550 million. It was the third highest potential payout in the lottery's history. I wonder what kind of Florida man would let an octopus make such an important decision.
Oh my goodness. I'm wondering what would have happened if the octopus actually won.
Well,
would the aquarium,
Or
I
if you
assume,
say octopus correctly. I mean, it's really just, does the octopus get the money or does the company get the money?
Well, the octopus picked the numbers for the aquarium, so I guess the aquarium would have won. Look, the octopus didn't win anyway, but I think the fact that it happened in the first place is quite interesting. I mean, look at it go. I saw an octopus on Monday.
Wow.
It was World Octopus Day this past Monday.
Wow.
And you can see, I mean, their arms, they can just fit into such small spaces and pick lottery balls. I thought it was great.
What else?
All right. Also from the state of Florida, let's take a look from a video inside the Orlando International Airport. A woman hoping to bring her emotional support pet aboard a Frontier Airlines flight was kicked off her plane. The problem, it wasn't just a cat or a dog like a normal emotional support pet. It was a squirrel. Frontier says they don't allow rodents on board, but the woman initially refused to leave the plane. She was eventually escorted out by police, and it delayed the flight. Cindy Torek said she had a doctor's note and told Frontier in advance she would be bringing Daisy the squirrel on board. Cindy and Daisy are from Rebekah's hometown of Lakeland, Florida.
Are you
Now,
serious?
does that surprise you in the
No,
slightest?
they're not. Is that a true fact?
Would I make that up?
It surprises me a little bit, but it's also just being from Florida, the 2 consecutive Florida stories. Not surprising. I have seen someone walking a squirrel on a leash. Power move, if I say so.
I mean, you know I'm not a huge fan of squirrels.
You are
If
not.
the squirrel was on my flight, I would not be happy.
Connor's actually afraid of squirrels.
I'm very afraid of squirrels. This woman was not willing to get off the plane, and it looks like she's paying the price for it now. Everything's fine. I hope Cindy and Daisy are doing well.
Well, I'm sure that they are. Connor, thanks so much for coming.
My pleasure.
And
that's all the time we have for Juice and Java this morning. Make sure to check us out at CitrusTV News on Facebook and on Twitter. I'm Noah Eagle.
I'm Rebekah Castor. Have a great weekend, Syracuse.